So here's a vintage, I believe it's a 12-inch Toshiba oscillating table fan. It's kind of a unique fan. I just cleaned it up a little bit. I really haven't done much. The only problem it has is this blade had a little crack in it, which I cleaned up with some alcohol, and then I super glued it. Hopefully that crack doesn't get any bigger. I'm sure it'll be fine. That crack's probably been there for years and years. This fan has a lot of hours on it. I've done nothing to it aside from that and putting a couple drops of oil in the front bearing of the motor because it was a little gummy and stiff. I've been running it for hours, a few hours today. I have to do like a lot to like straighten up the grills. The grills are all, the paint's all gone in areas and it's rusted. So maybe I'll paint the grills at some point. It's not in great shape. There's a crack on the base here. There's a crack, don't drop it. There's a crack in the base here. Cord's original, has the original Toshiba cord on it. Unplug. It's made in Japan, obviously. Oh, fuck, I gotta plug this back in. There we go. Trying to get a shot of the base here. It's a hefty fan. It's quite heavy. This fan appears to have the standard, it's common on Japanese fans where the cord can be pushed into the base to take up either extra cord or to store the cord in there when you put it away. It has this weird locking nut thing that holds the grills on, and it's not a threaded nut even though it looks like a standard nut that would hold the fan guards on. It has this thing where it turns like a third of a turn and it comes off, and it doesn't lock very tight, which I don't like. But maybe it's worn out, maybe it's just not a great design. Maybe I'll do something with that. It locks, it's not coming off from what I can tell. It seems like it's on there pretty good, it just doesn't lock as tight as I'd like. It's got a nice handle on it. The oscillation does work. There's a crack in the back of the motor housing up here. Very quiet fan. It has a strange noise because it is a 4-bladed fan. It runs at a pretty low speed, it seems. Except for high. High it gets going pretty good, but the oscillation does work. The motor's pretty filthy. It's covered in dust and shit. I have to take it apart and clean it. But I've just been testing it out. It had a pretty short spin down when I first got it, and it would stick a little bit when you first turned it on. For like a split second it would stall and then it would get going. Oiling the front bearing definitely helped. I only put a little oil in it. I don't want to over oil it. I want to take the motor apart and clean the bearings. Yeah, the spin down's a lot better than it was before oiling it. It would stop in about 5 to 10, probably not even 10 seconds, probably like 5 seconds before I oiled it. Yeah, it's not in the best shape. There's a lot of tarnishing on this switch cover. The glue's letting loose for that. It's an old fan, but it works. It's cool. It's unique. I haven't really gotten anything like this in a while, probably over a year. So I figure I saw it for sale. I'm like, it's a little more expensive than I'd normally pay for something like this, but it's unique. I like it. I want to clean it up and do some work to it and get it, make sure it's going to be reliable, and I actually want to use this. This one's pretty cool. So that's really it. I'll show the back of it. See the crack in the motor housing? It's right there. I'll glue that. But yeah, that's really it. It's beefy. It's heavy. It's not, overly heavy like, I think it was the Frigid fan I had, the 16-inch Sanyo made Frigid. That thing was really heavy. This thing, or for a plastic fan, this thing is about on par with the Lasco Galaxy. Maybe a little heavier than a 12-inch Galaxy, but not too much. It's got a very wide base. This is pretty common on the Japanese fans, I've noticed. Yeah, so that's really it. It's actually very well balanced too. The super glue seems to be holding on that blade. Like I said, it's just a crack. It wasn't a chip. There was nothing missing. It didn't come apart. It just cracked. So hopefully that holds. If not, I'll have to do something else with that. But that was the first thing I did before I even turned it on, because this is not going to be an easy blade to just find. It's not like a Lasko Galaxy blade. So anyway, that's it, and thanks for watching.